We are here live in Cameroon, Mufu land. Mufu.
Yes.
The Mufus are here, predominantly Mufus. And some of them are living behind the mountains there. You can see villages all around here. All over here we have a lot of communities that are yet to be reached with the gospel. You'll be so surprised that all these places in their hundreds, they are living over there behind these mountains, and majority of them are, without the hope of the gospel. So our pastor here brought us from the church, his church, where we had our fellowship today, and then he brought us to see how vast the land is and how ripe the harvest is, so that we can actually join hands together to do something. If these people don't hear the gospel, Jesus Christ will not come. These people have to hear the gospel, because the basis on which somebody will go to hell is that he heard the gospel and that he did not accept. But what about those who are yet to hear? How will they hear? So that is why we are making every effort as a mission-minded organization to reach out to these people and to see. We are trying to be strategic this time around to ensure that, people are well mobilized, things are well done so that the work can be done. So, can you please share some of the things and let us know your name and what's going on there?
Okay, thank you, sir. I want to thank you very much. So, my name is Pek Tresor. I am living here. I am from Duvanga. Yes, I am married. I have 5 children and just my one wife. So I want to thank God for the presence of the man of God to come to our place here to visit us. So that I want to thank God for that.
So what kind of things in this community? Has every place, community been reached? Has everybody had the gospel? Do we have churches in all these communities?
No, we don't have churches in that place. So that the problem that we have here is that we need to preach gospel in that place. People want to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ in our places. But as nobody to preach gospel, how those people will hear the gospel? That's why it's the very problem that we have here.
So, the Hausa people will say, Akwe Aiki. Akwe Aiki. We have a lot of work to do. So much to be done. And that was what God told Joshua in Joshua chapter 13. He said, you are old, you are well advanced in age, and yet there are still so many land to be conquered. This is a Mufu man. He speaks Mufu. He's one of those people that God can use to raise more disciples, more missionaries that can do so much more. He's a church planter, but without support. He has been trying to do a lot of things by himself. The church, his church where we worship today, has no roof. They were just trying to struggle to do a lot of things. And those are the problems that missionaries who are really working on the field are really facing. So, but we thank God. I want you to speak in his own language and see maybe French.
Ok, merci beaucoup pour vous, pour la visite, pour la visite que vous avez venue en ce lieu. Et je remercie également Dieu parce qu'il nous a accompagnés en ce lieu. Ce n'est pas sa volonté, ce n'est pas notre volonté. C'est encore une fois de plus, merci Dieu, nous remercions Dieu parce que ce n'est pas facile d'être en ce lieu depuis Duvanga jusqu'à ce village. Et encore vous, de votre côté, vous avez aussi déplacé depuis Nigeria pour arriver à ce village. C'est la grâce de Dieu et c'est la volonté de Dieu qui a fait que nous rassemblons aujourd'hui ici dans le village de Wazang, y compris Duvanga, Durum. Et je remercie également Dieu parce que Dieu a béni, Dieu a visité ce village pour ce jour. Je glorifie le Seigneur.
Amen. Glory to you.
Amen.
So we have Pastor Joanna too. a great companion who has been following me almost everywhere.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
so what's the experience like and what do we need to do?
It's amazing. You see, this place is just less than 100 kilometers away from Marwa. And sometimes if we stay in the city and just assume that places has been reached. When I came to this place, I was surprised to see that there is no churches around this community. All over, even on these mountains, he said there are people living beside the mountain, after the mountain, and all these places has no churches. So if you are, for instance, living in the city of Garwa, you will be assuming that people have really heard the gospel. So it's so amazing to me, so surprising. And that is what is really deceiving us in the cities. We just assume that the gospel has reached everybody. But the gospel has not reached everybody. We just pray for the God of harvest, to supply and then send more harvest, especially among the Mufu people in Cameroon.
Amen.
In this zone. The Lord will really help us to reach out to these people. But your own prayer, your own support is also needed.
Amen.
And God will help us to